Good afternoon, everyone. Satesman here, small van driver on the CX, and it's a week in the life of. And it's Sunday afternoon, 23rd, and it's what time is it? It's about 20 past 5. Oh, I've had a weekend. We're glad to get back to work tomorrow, to be honest. But hey, that's nothing to do with this video. But fuel prices. I haven't done fuel prices for a while. My cheapest fuel last week was with my UK Fast Fuel, which is a Texaco card, which came out at 112 exactly, and that comes out at 134.4. So yeah, it's what it is. Some people say, oh, you get it cheaper, you get it cheaper there, but pretty much what it has been. And I think it's slightly cheaper next week. I can't remember, but anyway, let's start. I got a job booked in, which was not an early start. Well, not an early start, early-ish start. It was going to be 8 o'clock start, picking up Northampton, and it was two boilers going to residential addresses, one in Canvey Island and one in Grays, so right by Dartford Bridge. So we're looking for a second job. That one was picked up. That was literally two boilers. Residential addresses is normally great when it's that, because if the plumber's not there, the person living there is going to be there because they're expecting a plumber to fix their boiler. So, yeah, easy deliveries, got them off straight away, bit of traffic going down as normal. I was looking for a next job, and the next job I got was I picked a job up. I was meant to pick up about a mile from City Airport, and it was picking up one item to go to Farnborough, which is not really where I want to be. It's Farnborough's not where I want to be, but I put on really good money for it, and when I got to it was the courier's uh, warehouse, like the retail, the business unit, and they hadn't got it. It was still at the city airport. It was a sample. They're sampling oil or something, and it had to go. They thought they found some metal in it, and it got to go to Farnborough to be tested. And they said, "Could you go to City Airport and pick it up? It's only a mile." And yeah, they bugged me extra 20 quid. And I've never been to City Airport, and Google Earth comes in very handy. They said, "This is the car park you want to park in. Don't go in the airport because he'll come out to you because it will save time," which is what happened. So I got to Farnborough and got it delivered. And on the way to Farnborough, I put my future journey and well tried to. And the CX started playing up Monday. And it was playing up. A lot of the YouTube guys said the same, and it was just not playing ball. There were no jobs coming through at one stage, and another stage, it was even giving me confirmation of jobs from jobs I hadn't even bid on. And then it was removing them, and it was all over the place anyway. So we got it delivered to Farnborough, and I did manage to get the POD sent through, and I did manage to get the invoice sorted. But the CX was playing up. It was confirming jobs. I was in Farnborough from Manchester to bloody Leeds. Confirmation received, but it hadn't sent it. It was all over. It was a problem. And yeah, you moan about it, and it is a bloody pain, especially if you haven't got shippers addresses where you can phone direct. I hadn't got any around Farnborough. I know shippers in certain areas, but there was none around there. So we generally thought, well, what the hell are we going to do? So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to start driving home, and if it picks up, hopefully get a job on the way home. Well, it didn't pick up. And I got stuck in traffic on the M1, but that was a good thing because I got stuck and we were stopped. And I put the laptop on. I have it on next to me on I've got a tray. I've got a wooden, like it's like an office desk. I've got the seat, but I put a lump of wood across it, and I have the laptop close. So I opened it up, turned it on, fired up the laptop, home address Northampton, and I got a job for Tuesday while I sat in the traffic. So it had come back, but my God, there were jobs everywhere. So anyway, Monday was a bit of a washout because I did 80 odd miles home, dead miles. Whether I would have got a job from there, I don't know, but I was prepared to tramp and anything, but it didn't happen. So anyway, we set off Tuesday, and uh, we picked up in Northampton. Job I've done probably 15, 20 times. It's dropped to Chelmsford, Cambridge, and Bluewater. And they're easy drops. I know them really well. I've got 16 boxes in total, and just delivered them straight through to retail outlets. And yeah, it was nice and simple, straightforward. Traffic wasn't too bad. I was in Blue Water probably about 1. I had to pick up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I had an early start and I'd done by 1. Good money, goodish money. And then I was looking for a job. And Blue Water, sometimes you can sit there and nothing comes up. But a job did come up and it was from Rochester to Poole. Now, I hadn't got to get home. I'd got no restrictions. And I put a bid in on it and I knew exactly what it was because I know the shipper, nice lady. And I quoted on it and it was a windscreen from a depot in Rochester to a depot in Poole. And she gave it to me. And windscreens, I use 4 furniture blankets and I use bungee straps, like flexible ones, so it gives it a little bit of flexibility. And yep, loaded it up, got that done, and I was down to Poole. And I'd already decided that that was well over target for the day, and well over target. First day I was short of target, but with this second job, it put me well over target for 2 days. So I'd already said to my wife, I'm probably going to stay in Poole. I ain't going to get here till about 4 o'clock, something like that. So I'll probably stay down here and look for a job out here tomorrow, which didn't happen because I got to Poole and there was a job that was in Wimborne to Cowbridge, which is about 6 miles past Cardiff, to be delivered the next morning. Now, the problem with I've got to put stuff on the next morning. If I need to tramp in the van, if it's a pallet, I ain't tramping. So it ain't worth doing. But this, I've been to this address before in Wimborne. It was 1 box, 1 carton, so I know it'll be all right. So I put a good quote in on it actually, and it got to be delivered by between 8:30 and 9 in the morning. And I quoted pretty much, I think it was about £1 a mile. I can't remember now. Might have been more, but it gave me a really good day. Sort of day you want. One of them a week, and it sets you up. And I was in Cardiff and parked up. I drove to Cardiff. I got a shower at Mega Services, and I'll have to say, Mega Services, the showers were really good. I didn't have the inside ones. There's 3 on the outside, round by there's a phone shop, and round the corner you get a key, and there's 3 showers in there, and it was absolutely spotless, which is good. It should be. Anyway, I got the shower, and when I parked up in Cardiff, and I've got a park for night there. It's a fishing lake, and it's not on park for night. I found it by accident. That's where I parked for the night. I parked there about 5 times. Very quiet, lovely. The Syndicate Lake, the guys were still fishing. There was 3 of them there. I had a little wander around. This is about 8:30, and yeah, I broke and slept like a log. And I knew I'd only got a short journey the next day. Slept like a baby, and woke up, put the kit away. It was a beautiful morning. I had a walk around the lake, and yeah, set off for Cowbridge. So Tuesday was a really good day. Yeah, I did a lot of hours. Did 13 and a quarter hours, but it was well worth it. So I did the job, and like I say, it was to Cowbridge, and it was between 8:30 and 9, and it was a solicitor's above a shop in the high street, which we found no problem and got it delivered. And as I got it delivered, there was a few drivers in Cardiff, but none west of Cardiff. They all seemed to be in Cardiff and Newport, small van drivers. And a job was there from Bridgend to Romsey, the near Southampton. So I quoted on it, I quoted good money on it. I thought, yeah, I'm going to quote good money on it because Southampton's not brilliant. I would have stayed out, but I wanted to get home, if you see what I mean, because it's bike night at the cafe we used to run, and I hadn't been for a few weeks. Anyway, I took it to Romsey. It was to a pleasure park, Paulson's, the home of Peppa Pig, and it was 1 box. And luckily, when you go there, it's well signposted delivery, so you don't actually go in the amusement park. You see it all, roller coasters, or what, but you go around the back, and that was easy drop. But it takes a while to get across there from Cardiff to Romsey. But good money. But there was nothing. I sat around. Near this Paulson's. There was a McDonald's which I've sat at before, just off the motorway. Sat there for an hour and a half. Then I moved to Roundham Services. Sat there, and there was I got a phone call about a job the next day, which was going from Kettering to Wantage, and it was really good money. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to start driving home and see if I can get a job home just for a 30, 40 quid job. If not, I'm going to drive home, which is what happened. There was nothing. There was nout. The only job was Southampton into central London, and it would have got you in central London about 5:15. No way, no way. Traffic, no. So we're on to Thursday, and I did get home Wednesday. I did go to bike night, really good. Got a good night's sleep, got showered, and come to Thursday, and again I had a pretty early start, 7 o'clock. Had to pick up in Kettering before 8, and I got there at half 7, and it was ready. And it was a really interesting day Thursday with what I picked up and what I delivered. I picked up from an laser cutting engineering place in Kettering, and they cut out sheet metal and strip metal, and it was all got holes in certain places. And when I got to Wantage, it was there was a small car garage, and they were doing rebuilding classic cars, and it was for a Lancia. I think it was a Lancia. It was a Lancia Summer. It was what they're doing from base, and they sent this stuff off measurements to be laser cut so they could fit it, weld it, and whatever. And yeah, he got about 3 or 4 cars on the go, all classics, some really old ones, and it was interesting. Nice bloke as well. And I managed to get a job from Oxford city centre, right in the centre of Oxford. Took a while. I was in Wantage for about an hour, and it was going to Weybridge. No, I didn't want to go to Weybridge really. It's not really what I wanted, but it's what it was. And I thought I'll just take it because there weren't nothing else coming out, and I quoted over £1 a mile because of where I was going. Got the job. Picked it up in the centre of Oxford, 3 boxes, and I went to, well, all I can describe it was like the multi millionaires' houses on a private estate in Weybridge. They had their own security, their own barriers, and yeah, I took it to one of the biggest houses. I Google Earth it, and wow, there's a golf course there. Oh, it's just immense. And security took me to the house. They not literally got in my van; I followed a van. I would have found it, but they stayed there, made sure it was all there, and they escorted me back. So whoever lives in this gated thing, mega money, mega money. My little Fiat Double O looked well out of place. But we got it delivered, and we come out the barrier, we parked up and did the paperwork, and unbelievably, I'd never get any luck around there. It's too busy. And there was a job from Woking, and it was going to Milton Keynes, and I wanted it. I wanted this job, and I recognised the postcode. I've been there a few times. It was collecting from a famous Formula One team in Woking, and it was not for their Formula One car, it was for their road car. And I picked an engine up to go to Milton Keynes. And yeah, it was on a pallet and it was bolted to a pallet, and it was having an upgrade and something else done to it. They're going to do something to make this McLaren road car go even quicker. So how quick can you go? But it was great for me because to get out of London and get a job, I mean, I didn't quote, I quoted about 70 pence a mile, but that got me up the road. And that was my day Thursday. So again, it was okay money wise. I did 3 jobs and it was okay, nearly at target, but I am well over target because of Tuesday. I had a big day Tuesday, best part of £400 Tuesday. Friday, again, I'd got a job booked in. It was for a shipper who uses me quite a lot, not a local shipper, picking up from Northampton, going to Reading to a residential address just with a laptop. And it was a 9 o'clock pickup, which suited me. I'd done 4 early starts. I didn't need much to get target, so I just thought I'd just gonna have a nice steady drive down to Reading and get one job back, and that'd be me done. So we get to Reading. I picked it up at 9:15 actually, but traffic was heavy, and I got down to Reading and I got goodish money on it, enough. And then I'm looking for a job back or anything near. And Reading is normally really good, and it was pants. It really was pants. There was nothing. Everything was going too far away. Everything was going Reading. One to Bristol. Didn't want to go too far. And in the end, I got a job out of Ascot, which was 17 miles away. But I quoted well over £1 a mile, and that was to Abingdon, which I'd been to previously in the week. I've been to on Thursday because I drove from Wantage to Abington and sat there and waited for a job. yeah, I've been to Tesco's. I was parked at Tesco's in Abingdon. It's a really good park spot 'cause it's right by the 34, just off the industrial estate. It's absolutely ideal. You literally just jump straight on the dual carriageway. So we went from Ascot to Abingdon, and that was fine. It was one plastic tote, what they call totes, and to Abingdon. And when we got there, it was 5 to 1, and it got to be delivered by 1 o'clock. And all the goods in staff had buggered off early, and it ended up going to a managing director because he was the only one left. He wasn't the best pleased that his staff had buggered off, but he signed it. I got the job done, no problem. And then I was thinking, right, I think I'm just going to drive home. Abingdon, it's 51 miles it was from my house. I thought, you know what, I'm going to start driving home and have an early finish. And I was going to visit my auntie. We'd had some shit with one of the family we've sorted out now. I've sorted it out now. Don't worry about that. Took me most of yesterday to sort that, but it's sorted. But yeah, I wasn't in the best of moods Friday, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to drive home and get the van sorted, ready for next week, and sort out some, rubbish. But on the way home, a job come, and it was picking up Milton Keynes, and it was delivering Monday, which I'm going to do tomorrow in Stafford. And I put really good money on it, thinking I'm not going to get it, but I'll put good money on it. And it had to be delivered by 8 o'clock Monday in Stafford. And I got a phone call, and it's happened 2 or 3 times this week. They've phoned me up to see my quote, and they tried to chip me or, make the job less. And I just won't. If you're phoning me, then you're phoning me surely because you're happy with my quote. But I'm not going to drop, they want to drop 15 quid sometimes, and I'm not dropping any. That's my quote. And again, yeah, this shipper phoned me and says, can you do it for less than this? I went, no, to be honest. I says, it's out my way now to go and pick it up. I'm either going to go right and pick it up Milton Keynes or I'm going back to Northampton. And he said, I'll have to have a word with my colleague. I said, okay. And that normally means no. So that's fair enough. And phoned me back and he went, yep, we're going to send it over to you. But it has to be there at 8 o'clock Monday. I said, it will be. It was a pallet. It was a Euro pallet and it's 45 kilos. So that gets me started on really good money for Monday. So that's my week done. And what a week. Um, really good day Tuesday. Tuesday was my saviour day, really. And like I said before in previous videos, you get a good Tuesday or a good one day. I'll try and get it early in the week. You can not freewheel, but you end under so much pressure if you want to earn a certain amount of money. So yeah, finished Friday, and I still went to see my auntie, who's very, very poorly. Uh, we're at home. We're trying to care for her house, the family, because putting her in a home and anything like that. And so far it's been okay. And yeah, got home. I was home by 4:30 Monday, Friday. I'm all over the place. And that was my week. So I did 1,590 miles and 52-hour week, which was a long day. And it averages out at 10 and a quarter hours a day. No, 10 and a half, 10.5 hour days. And one of them days was long. And I had 38 hours driving. Obviously, I'm looking in the book and I keep a record of all my driving and stuff every week. So if I get stopped, I can tell exactly what I'm doing. And that got me £975 before that, which comes in at £1,170, which I gave 10% because I'm on the flat rate scheme, which was £117, which leaves me with 1,053. My target's 1,000 for the week, and I'm hitting it. I've hit it this week, and that's £210.60 a day. So not too bad, not too bad. Pence per mile was down. That was the lower than I really want it, but it was down. It was under 70 pence just every mile. And I did do a fair bit of dead mileage. 2 or 3 days I did dead mileage, but that's what it was. Monday was the one where the CX went down. I'm sure I got the third job, and it would have put me way up with a pence per mile. It would have put me way up money wise. I'd have been well over 1,000, but it is what it is. CX has been down probably 4 to 5 times in the 3 years I've been on this. So that's that. Managed to get it under 20 minutes. Look, I'm getting better. I had a good weekend. I say, pissed down yesterday. Lots to do. Got it sorted. Today, I took one of my bikes, the one I was in Spain, that's gone to a mechanic. They're going to strip it and get it all nice again. And we're back on it tomorrow. Hope everyone else is doing okay. And please like, subscribe, whatever you have to do. And I hope to see you again. Speak next week.